Everyone knows the Eiffel Tower as the sparkling icon of Paris, a symbol of love, elegance and beauty. But what if I told you this iron giant holds secrets that most would rather forget? Its story is not just about romance and breathtaking views, it's about mystery, tragedy and whispers of the unexplained. Today we uncover the hidden history of the Eiffel Tower. In 1887, when construction began, Paris was a city divided. Artists, architects and writers condemned the project, calling it a monstrous skeleton that would scar the city's beauty. Gustave Eiffel, the man behind the structure, ignored the critics. But what they didn't know was that there was something darker haunting the tower's early days. The workers had their own stories. Many complained of hearing strange noises at night, faint whispers that echoed through the unfinished iron framework. Tools would disappear, only to reappear days later in impossible places. Pierre Lefebvre, a seasoned worker, claimed he saw shadowy figures moving along the beams when no one else was around. One cold morning, Pierre failed to show up for work. His lifeless body was found at the base of the tower. Officials said he fell, but those who worked alongside him whispered a different story. Some claimed they heard a scream moments before he hit the ground. Others swore they saw a figure push him, a figure that disappeared before anyone could identify it. As the tower grew, so did the accidents. Steel beams slipped, ropes snapped, and more lives were lost. At the time, people dismissed it as part of the dangers of construction. But records show that the number of deaths on the Eiffel Tower was unusually high, even for a project of its scale. Gustave Eiffel never spoke publicly about the incidents. To him, the tower was his masterpiece, his legacy. But workers whispered that even he had experienced something strange. Rumors swirled that he had seen shadows flickering across the beams on moonlit nights, though he always brushed them off as tricks of the light. The Eiffel Tower has witnessed some of the darkest chapters of human history. During World War II, it was seized by Nazi forces who hung their flags high above Paris. German soldiers stationed at the tower reported strange occurrences. Phantom footsteps echoing on empty platforms, cold gusts of air in sealed rooms, and a woman in white who was seen wandering the upper levels late at night. They called her La Dame Blanche, the White Lady. No one knew who she was or why she appeared, but those who saw her said she vanished the moment they tried to follow her. Perhaps the most tragic story tied to the Eiffel Tower is that of Franz Reichelt, a tailor who believed he had invented a life-saving parachute. On a cold February morning in 1912, he climbed the first platform of the tower to prove his invention worked. Crowds gathered below, excited to witness history, but what they saw was horror. Today, the Eiffel Tower stands as one of the most visited landmarks in the world. Millions flock to it every year, admiring its beauty and marveling at its design. But those who work here late at night have a different story. They whisper of lights flickering on their own, doors opening with no wind, and dark shapes moving through the beams where no one should be. The next time you visit this iron giant, pause for a moment. Look closely at its towering frame. You might just see more than you bargained for. And if you feel someone watching you from above, don't look up. If you enjoyed this journey into the hidden history of the Eiffel Tower, hit the like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comments, do you believe the tower hides something darker?